narinig nyo na yung briefing natin, yung mga gagawin natin. We have to, una natin ginagawa we have to redistribute our assets na ginagamit natin para sa mga nakaraang bagyo na mostly dumaan sa Northern Luzon. So yung ibang asset na yan kailangan dalhin sa mukhang tatamaan na naman ng big, pati Region 8, pati Region 5, mukhang tatamaan ulit. And then back na naman dito sa Region 2, Isabela, Cagayan. But also Central Luzon, kasi pati NCR mukhang naaabutan ito eh. So we have to reposition many of our assets to make sure that at least in the search and rescue phase that we are ready or we have our assets available. The LGUs are being continuously informed about the weather situation together with guidance and instructions on what to do. The airlift capability for pagdala ng mga gamit for search and rescue, mga relief goods, etc. ay mukhang nakahanda naman. The airlift, pati niya yung mga barko na nagdadala ng mga relief goods. Ang aking nakita na medyo bago at naiba doon sa mga nakaraan ng bagyo, yung storm surge. Kung naalala ninyo, ito ang napakadelikado dahil noon nung nagka-storm surge tayo, lalong-lalo na ng Yolanda, ay hindi natin alam kung ano yung storm surge. Ngayon alam na natin. So lessons learned from the previous typhoons where we have had storm surges. It seems to be a significant one because if we're talking about 3 meters, that's almost 1 floor. So kailangan talaga nating abisuhan ang mga LGUs natin na nakikita natin na makaabutan ng storm surge. So this is what we are concentrating on. We have very little time to do it because ang forecast is that we will start feeling the storm by tomorrow. Kasi hindi naman not necessarily yung mata ay pumasok na, kahit na yung sa gilid pa lamang umuulan na yan. The rainfall is going to be comparable to maybe Christine and Marcy, and we hope that that's why we are doing all that we can to warn people to prepare. So that's what we have done for the arrival of Pepito.
Sir, this is the 5th typhoon, sir, yung Pepito.
I'm sorry.
It is kahit hurricane na bagyo na itong 6. Medyo marami na yung agricultural natin. Are you bothered na yung food security ay maapektuhan at yung presyo ng bigas?
I don't know. In terms of food security, we're all right. But marami talagang nasisira. Ang dami nang nasira na panayan, ang dami nasira na tanim. People just have to compensate for that. Dahil we just came out of El Nino na although during the El Nino time we had the highest production pa rin for that season. Pero ito talaga sinisira talaga yung tanim. So that's going to be something that will require attention.
This will not result, sir, sa more rice importation kahit sunod-sunod yung bagyo?
I think so. Unfortunately, I just received a report from the DA. Mukhang nakadagdagan ng importation natin. We will import close to 4.5 million tons. Nag 3.9 tayo last year. Ang upper estimate is 4.5. But we have already in place the prices of rice. Imported rice has gone down significantly since last year. So, and we are not in competition like during the El Nino period. During the El Nino period, tinamaan lahat ng ASEAN countries. Kaya tumaas ang presyo kasi lahat namimili. Dito, dahil siniswerte tayo lang ang tinatamaan. Tinamaan tayo, so we're not competing. So the prices are staying at about 400 plus.